with the launch of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. It's done something that hasn't been done in the last 9 years. And it's kind of obvious as to why it did it. And of course, we're going to be talking about the non-existent console war that's going on anymore because Sony's won. Period. End of story. But there's some talking points here that should be brought up because they're archaic and they're relics of the past that don't really happen too much anymore, but are kind of rearing its head. So let's get into it, you guys. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 broke a 9-year streak. You wonder what streak that is. We're going to talk about it. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is the most popular on Xbox, a shift from PlayStation dominance since 2015. The presence of the game on Xbox Game Pass likely increased the player count on Xbox, which it absolutely did. Xbox was Call of Duty's primary platform until 2014 Advanced Warfare. And like I said, there's some archaic things that happened during the console wars that we're going to talk about. And it's kind of interesting to look at it in a retrospect as well. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is reportedly being played the most on the Xbox, which is the first time that's happened for a Call of Duty game since 2014's Advanced Warfare. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has earned a great deal of praise since its launch last month, with it proving to be a particularly popular among Xbox gamers. Me, myself, I've played quite a bit of it. It's actually a lot of fun. The maps are just terrible, though. The original Call of Duty was a PC-only game, but the Call of Duty 2 was a release on the Xbox 360 console exclusive. Excuse me, I'm getting over this cough. The weather changed. Future Call of Duty games were multi-platform affairs, but the series was still primarily associated with the Xbox brand, which it was. This was solidified by Microsoft securing a time exclusive for Call of Duty DLCs, ensuring Xbox 360 gamers would be able to play new maps a full month before their PlayStation counterparts, which I remember this happening. And back in the olden days, during the Xbox 360 era, which in my opinion is the golden era of online gaming, there was a lot of this going on where Microsoft would buy time exclusives and then a couple iterations of a game later, Sony would buy the console, exclusive time release, whatever you want to call it, and it would go back and forth. Nowadays, you don't really get that. Now, I know Wukong, that one that just came out, was it like 3-4 months ago? That one's not an exclusive for the PlayStation or the PC. It's just because they don't want to develop it for the Xbox, which makes complete sense. Considering that Microsoft is basically putting all their eggs in one basket, and I don't foresee the Xbox being around much longer unless this massive boost with Call of Duty Black Ops 6 really helps out. All of this changed in 2015 with the launch of Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It's kind of ironic all this is happening with Black Ops games. That game kicked off the era of the PlayStation exclusive deals and started a 9-year streak of PlayStation being the primary platform for Call of Duty. According to Xbox boss Phil Spencer in an interview with GameFile, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is most popular on Xbox. You don't say. Exact player numbers weren't announced, but this would mark the first time Call of Duty games was played more on Xbox than PlayStation since Advanced Warfare. And to me, it's kind of fishy that they're not releasing numbers. I mean, Microsoft is a publicly traded company, and most of the time, numbers are released. Anyways, Black Ops 6 does not have any platform exclusive content, leaving one big reason why the shift has suddenly happened. Well, it's obvious. It's Game Pass. If I can go and... I hate when people say this, play the game for free. You're not paying it for free. You're paying it with the subscription that you have for Game Pass. And your subscription with Game Pass, $19 a month. You get for 1 month, 2 months, whatever. and you're spending $20, $40, vice $70 for a game, it's much more enticing to players to go and do it if you have an Xbox than, if you have a PlayStation, then you're going to turn around and shell out a ton of money for an Xbox and then get Game Pass. Excuse me. It seems highly likely that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 being a day one Xbox Game Pass has massively increased the numbers of people choosing to play it on the Xbox. It did. It's entirely possible that more people on the PlayStation actually pay for the game, obviously, because that's the only way they're going to be able to play it, even if the player count on the Xbox is higher. Previous Treyarch credited Black Ops 6 Game Pass debut for bringing in lapsed Call of Duty players, and it seems that it's very much what has happened, which is completely true, because I'm one of those lapsed players. I played Modern Warfare 2019. I skipped Cold War. I played Modern Warfare 2, which came out 2 years ago, 2021. Not Advanced Warfare. Modern Warfare 3, the last year's one. I bought it, played a little bit of the campaign, realized it was an ad for, Warzone. And I was like, okay, I'm out. And then this is what roped me back in, was the availability on Game Pass, because I have Game Pass. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 reviews were significantly higher than the reviews for other recent Call of Duty games. It's because Modern Warfare 3, last year's title, should have been a DLC. It should not have been a full game where you paid $70. Indicating an impressive return to form not seen since 2019's Modern Warfare Reboot, which was a phenomenal campaign, by the way. I have a playthrough on the channel. If Black Ops 6 is able to keep fans engaged with exciting seasonal content, it seems as though the next year will be exciting for one of the Call of Duty franchises. So real quick, before we get much further, this is statistics that was brought up during the Activision FTC hearing. Yes, granted, this is a Kotaku article. This was like the quick and easy one that I was able to find. But PlayStation says there's 1 million people out there that own PlayStations, and all they play is Call of Duty, nothing else. Me personally, the controller for the Xbox just is far superior than the PlayStation one. Honest opinion. But does this surprise you? 1 million PlayStation owners only play Call of Duty and nothing else. This was one of the big reasons why Sony did not want Microsoft to obtain Activision Blizzard and to get their hands on Call of Duty. Crazy to think, ain't it? Let's go full screen. Anyways, you guys, that's just some food for thought. And like I said, it's kind of crazy to go back, read through this article, and think about time exclusives, whether it's DLC, whether it's for games, and for the most part, you don't really see it anymore, unless you're talking about Steam versus Epic Game Store on the PC. But for the most part, the biggest driving force when it comes to Call of Duty Black Ops 6, I think, in my opinion, period, end of story, has to be Game Pass. If it wasn't for Game Pass, they would not be drawing in the players that they have. It's crazy to think that they snap the streak as soon as they buy the franchise. It kind of makes sense. Y'all take it easy. Have a great, wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!